Hello everyone, it's Rebecca with handsandfeethomestead.com, and today I'm going to take you along with me as I plant my garlic in a raised bed. But first, let's rewind a few days. Here we are harvesting the very last of our garden this year. We have some cold temps and our first real snow coming our way. So today is the day we must pull the last of our cold hardy crops before the ground freezes and they get buried in snow. So here we are pulling our carrots up out of the ground, which is always really fun and exciting, and harvesting the remaining beets I had left in the ground, as well as our whole row of leeks. And my one lone cabbage plant. Alright, well they're looking pretty good. Let's just ooh. Oh, look at that one. That's a good one.
Right there. There we go. Oh,
yeah, you gonna keep pulling?
Yeah.
Go ahead, pull it up.
I can't.
Pull real hard here. Get a good grip like this. Like this. You wanna grab it? Like that. Ready? Take a good grip. Oh, oh. Ah, you did it!
Oh,
oh.
two. Oh, three.
Oh, there's a stumpy one. I don't know what happened to that one.
Stumpy one.
Little stumpy.
Oh.
Hey everyone, so today we're gonna go out to the garden and see if we can get our garlic cloves planted. We are very late on that, but I'm hoping that I still have a little bit of time to get it done. So I'm gonna get the girls suited up. She's ready to go outside. Okay, so I'm gonna get me and the girls suited up because it is cold out. We have snow out there, and see if we can get them planted. I have a raised bed in our greenhouse out there. It's a greenhouse. It has one wall completely open, so I'm hoping to get plastic put up there. But with the glass and everything, it should keep it a little bit warmer. Maybe the ground isn't frozen inside of there yet. So we're gonna go out and check it out. What are you doing? If the ground hasn't frozen yet, then we'll be able to plant it in there. And then if it looks good, then we can empty out some of our compost from our compost bins, put that on there, and plant the cloves in there, and hope for the best for the spring. Yeah, so let's get suited up and we'll head outside. You playing with a squash, Donnie? He's eating some summer squash. Let's first check the compost bin over here and see if it's diggable or not. At least right here it looks good. It's not frozen, so I can definitely scoop that out and put that in that raised bed over there. This is nice compost from our it's mostly from our chickens, their droppings mixed with wood shavings, and then our kitchen compost, and of course garden compost too. So this has been sitting for a while though. So I'll check in the greenhouse, make sure that the dirt is able to be dug, and then I'm gonna get a shovel and put this in there. And then you putting snow in there? Oh, you're gonna make a snow castle? Alright, let's get in the greenhouse. See, here's our greenhouse, which is why I put it in quotations, because this side's completely open. And so we're gonna put We put plastic up in the past just to cover it, so I think we might do that. But this is basically my garden shed. But we can see, let's see, I think we should be good. Yeah, oh yeah. This dirt is totally fine, not frozen. So I can clear these things off of here, and then I can go scoop that compost that I had over there in the bin, put that on top, plant my garlic in there. So I have these little hoop things on here so that we can put, I have a fabric row cover, so if it needs a little extra protection, I think it probably would be fine just being in the greenhouse in general, but if a little extra protection to get it going, then I can just put a little row cover over it. So I'm hoping that this will be okay and that they will thrive. So let's get started with that. So we ended up having to plant the garlic about a week later for various reasons, but we did end up getting our hardware cloth installed onto the bottom of our raised bed. This is such a great idea to consider for anyone gardening in raised beds. It will ensure you don't get pesky critters such as voles or pocket gophers eating your precious plants. As I've stated in previous videos, I have lost a lot of my garlic to the voles in the past, so I'm very thankful to have this protection for my garlic bed this year. So as you can see here, I'm just rolling out the hardware cloth onto the bottom of the raised bed, and my husband is going around and using a pneumatic staple gun to attach it to the bottom of the raised bed. Then he's just using a pair of shears to cut the excess hardware cloth off the sides. So there you have it. There's the finished raised bed, and then we just put a couple of zip ties in the middle to attach the two pieces that we had to overlap. Okay, so now that that's done, now I can get the rest of my bed prepped to get the garlic in the ground. As I said before, we did have to wait a week later, and my compost bin did end up freezing. So I wasn't able to get the compost out of there, so I'm just using a bag of potting mix that I was able to bring in the house to let it thaw just enough so that I could pour it into the bed. Okay, so I'm about to plant my garlic. This is my garlic from my garden from this year, so I'm going to plant what I have left of those. Some of the bigger ones started kind of rotting already, so I'm going to use the ones that are still good on there. And then I did buy a few more hardneck variety. This is Spanish Rojo? Roja? Can't remember. And then for fun, I just have regular garlic I just bought from the store from Costco. So this would be a SOFTNECK variety. This is going to be an experiment. If I have room in here to plant more, I'm going to just see how these do and see if I can grow them from store-bought garlic and see how they do. And also, I've planted SOFTNECK varieties before out in the normal garden. I'm here in the greenhouse. There's one open side over there, but try to plant the SOFTNECK in here and see how they do. I've planted SOFTNECK before out in the normal garden, and they never sprouted. I think that it just got too cold for them. SOFTNECK is not as hardy as HARDNECK, but SOFTNECK lasts longer in storage than HARDNECK. So I would like to have some SOFTNECK garlic that would last longer, and you can do the pretty braid for it too. But yeah, so we'll get started getting those planted. So just break off all the cloves off of it. So this is what you're going to be planting. That's just the clove with the skin on it. And you're going to plant this side down. Just like that, and then it's going to sprout out the top. So you want to make sure you put it in that way. Okay, so I decided to space them about 4 inches apart in all directions. So I can fit 5 across here. This is about a 2 foot wide bed. And yeah, as I said, most sources say to do 6 inches apart, and that's what I've done in the past, but they definitely had plenty of space, so I've seen people plant them even closer than this before, so I think I'm going to do this just to get more planted in the bed, and then I'll make sure to have a lot of compost added to it in the spring, and you could just give it some fertilizer, so it has plenty of nutrients to grow well. I have all the hardneck garlic here, and then I have all the softneck to the right of that spoon. And I'll leave that in as a marker, so I know in the spring what is what. So I planted them 4 inches apart, and now I'm going to just bury them down 2 inches deep below the soil. Garlic is all planted. I'm very happy that that is done. I'm gonna go check on our little chicken friends over here. These are the chickens that we had hatched out. They were hatched mid-July. So they are around 16 weeks old, which they are full grown just about, and we're going to be incorporating them into our regular flock pretty soon here. I'm going to let them finish that food that they have in there. That's a different type of food. We had a little bit of their chick starter left that I wanted to finish off, so I want them to eat that before they get incorporated in with our layers, and then they'll be getting layer feed. The chick start just has a higher protein and doesn't have as much calcium in it because they don't need it because they're not laying yet, but they'll be laying pretty soon. 16 to 20 weeks is when they start, so closer to 20 usually is what I've seen, but I'm just gonna give them a little more water here. So here they are, and they'll probably be happy to get out of here pretty soon. So, but we have a little heat lamp over their water to keep it from freezing, because our bowls, we have a couple bowls that you plug in and it's like a heated water dish. But both of them, we have 3. 2 of them are not working, so I just did the heat lamp over the dish, and that's been keeping it from freezing, so that's been working. So I'm just gonna give them a little more water here. Alright, well, the sun is almost down, so I gotta get back inside and get some dinner ready. So thanks for coming along with me today as I planted my garlic. We'll see you on the next video.